This is Jim Emter, Ahn Co, Alexandria, Minnesota, with your closing grain and livestock comments for January 10th, 2020. Corn market up 2.5 on the day. Soybeans up 2.5. Chicago wheat up 2 1/4. Minneapolis up 6 1/4. Kansas City up 4.5. On the week, corn market down 3/4 cent. Soybeans up 4.5. Chicago wheat up 10. Minneapolis wheat up 10 3/4, and Kansas City up 19 3/4. January 10th, it culminates a USDA crop report. Within that report, USDA came in here with a 168 corn yield, 47.4 soybean yield. Those were the first two numbers that flashed, and the market broke instantly. But then the further numbers started coming out, showing less harvested acres at 81.5 versus 81.815 in the November report. Soybean acreage harvested coming in at 75 versus 75.626. So those reductions kind of offset. At the end of the day, we're left with a 475 million bushel carryout in the soybean complex. Would have been a little bigger as a result of the bigger production in corn as a result of that corn yield, but we came in here and saw a 250 million bushel increase in feed usage, something we've been talking about expecting. Saw the exports decrease by about 75 million bushel, and at the end of the day, we're left with just a slightly tighter carryout number at 1.892. That's really the underlying tone as we work ahead. But then USDA, after the report, came out and said this is not a final production number potentially, as they will resurvey, I believe it is 5 or 6 different states that have standing corn until spring, and resurvey 3 states that have standing beans until spring to determine where that comes in. So basically indications are that they quantified those bushels as harvested in the bin, and now it's a matter of if we actually get those all in, which I think many will have their questions, but we'll see how it pans out. That's what allowed some optimism late in the day. Also knowledge of knowing China's coming over here Monday. We'll be signing deals on Wednesday for a phase 1, bring some added optimism, and we've got corn hovering in this tight consolidated window here. You need a breakout of 391 to really generate the next price counts, which will really factor in between 395 to 410. Really think it's important to up your marketing in that area. Up towards 80% is what we're advising our producers. On the soybean side of things, when you look at price counts, 964, 981 and 1004 are the key areas of that I really believe a producer needs to look at for marketing, and we'll see just what this comes of next week here as we look ahead, but kind of keep that in mind as you're working towards it. When you look to feeder cattle, we were up 67.5 on the day on Friday, live cattle up 70, hog market mixed. On the week, we saw feeder cattle up 425, live cattle up to the tune of about 270, and hogs on the week down 130. Cattle market, strong cash, 125 to 127 base price, 198 to 200 dressed. Exports that were okay, and basically nearing third price counts are really kind of the feature that you look at under the circumstances here. With us getting near the third price count for both feeders and lives, we've got to be attentive to some marketing moves here as we work ahead. On the hog market here, we're near the bottoms on the Feb contract, really can't seem to find some traction. We'll see if China can provide that here into next week. This has been Jim Emter, Ahn Co, Alexandria, Minnesota. Trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and is not suitable for all producers. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This is a solicitation. Have a great weekend.